Good morning, YouTube. Louie here with the best silver gold deals of Wednesday, February 5th, 2025. Let's go. All right, we have got gold up $14 to 2,859 and silver up 8 cents to 32.11 spot. GSR is about 88.77, and I bring this chart up to address people who think the GSR is irrelevant. Well, the GSR is only math. It is gold divided by silver. And as you can see, there are higher points in the GSR where silver is not valued at all comparative to gold. And there are lower points where silver is valued significantly more than gold. And we look at this ratio to help us decide A, what to buy, silver or gold, and I'm sure you have your preference, and possibly to trade this ratio. And it is undeniable that this ratio has been spending a great deal of time between 75 and 90. That's 93, but generally 75 and 90. Okay, if you take a 15-point spread over 90, you've got a 20% differential in the value of silver to gold. And when this ratio is higher, it indicates silver is the better buy. When it is lower, it indicates gold is the better buy. And you may want to sell some silver to buy gold. Or when silver is the better buy, you may want to sell some gold to buy silver. The other thing to realize that, and people really need to study this chart and the history of silver and gold. I haven't, got on this bandwagon for a while here, but when silver runs, it runs faster, stronger, and higher on a percentage basis than gold does. So silver is generally, in my opinion, you may disagree, is to be bought and sold. Gold is something you want for the long run, and no problem holding gold. But there are points in time where silver runs so far and so fast. Remember $50 silver eagles just a couple of years ago, and junk, at $8 over spot. There are times when silver runs harder and faster, and that is when you want to take the opportunity to convert back to gold. All right, and it's undeniable that this happens over time. If you don't want to pay attention to that, you don't have to, but it is definitely something that happens. And when the GSR is at a higher level, it indicates that gold should be traded for silver. Okay, could the GSR go to 1,000 to 1 one day? Yeah, sure. I mean, anything could happen, if a nuclear bomb goes off or something and people only want gold. But trading this ratio has been lucrative for some people. And sometimes you do it and it doesn't work and you wind up with too much silver. Okay, that can happen as well. But watch silver run. When it gets into a bull run, it will far exceed the appreciation level of gold over the same period. Tortoise and the hare kind of a story. But that doesn't mean you hold your silver, when the GSR gets down to 65. What that means is when you get there, you unload some of your silver and trade back into gold. Okay, that's all I'm going to say on that. Disagree if you want. Read the book, Trading the Ratio by Carl Ushanka. Why is it the technical analysts watch the GSR? There is value in it. Maybe not to everybody, but I think there is. Okay, the 10-year yield today is lower than I really thought it would go, 4.45 and down from 4.5. I guess everything's going pretty well with the Treasury refinancings. And we've got the dollar off as well with those lower rates. That makes sense. Lower rates, lower dollar. And that should be providing a tailwind for gold and silver today. Okay, for 107.61 on the dollar. Copper prices, and by the way, welcome to all new subscribers. Thank you for joining us today. We're going through the markets, then we go to the website, bestsilvergolddeals.com, then we try to find the best deals anywhere in the universe. Okay, copper was up and now is down, but we watch copper to give us a clue to where commodities, industrial metals are pulling or pushing silver. not so much a gold story, it's really a silver story. And when we get into a commodity super cycle, which I believe is coming, copper can give us a clue if silver is going to have a good day or a bad day, despite where gold is. And the perfect storm is when you got a lower dollar, a lower 10-year, you've got gold running up because of instability in the Middle East or trade wars with China, and then you have commodities moving, then silver is going to have a good day when that kind of thing happens. Right now we're just a little bit mixed, and that is a result of the economic releases this morning. We had the trade deficit come out bigger than ever, very, very big trade deficit. That did not move the market. ADP employment came out stronger, which did move the market, took the top off gold and silver, which gold was up $20, I believe. So ADP employment, more jobs, means potentially higher rates, higher dollar, although you don't see that at the moment. We've got a little bit of a disconnect. So, but it did take the top off gold and silver this morning. In the pre-market, in the stock market, the Fear Greed Index is at 39 in the fear category. I guess people are a little worried about everything that's going on. And we have Dow futures down 64, S&P futures down 21, NASDAQ futures down 137. I believe we had a disappointment from, I think it might have been Meta last night, not making their numbers. Looking at Bitcoin, if we can find it here, and Bitcoin gave up those gains. Oil looking a little weaker as well. Some kind of story about the Gaza Strip and Trump. I didn't really follow that. Bitcoin actually up 721, but only 98,715 at the moment, and hovering right around that 100,000 mark. Okay, if you're buying today and you can stomach these higher prices, personally, I think we've got to run to 3,000 in gold, and I think we're going to see a 34 handle in silver. The run, I believe, is very real here. Not that we couldn't see a pullback anytime, but I think we are in a bull run for both gold and silver, and at some point we'll find a top, but we haven't really found it yet, and the bottoms are rising. The buy prices for traders and whatnot are, they're out of the 29s now, they're out of the 30s. Traders are buying anything in the 31s when we get those dips, and we'll see if the retail investor comes back. So far they have not. Okay, a 1 gram gold bar. Sorry about that APMEX deal yesterday. Apparently it was not real, although it was on the internet and I snooped it out. Nope, they would not honor that deal. Shame on you, APMEX. So 1 gram gold can be had for 101 at Summit Metals this morning. Silverback Stacker bought some at 95. I don't know where he found those. A 1/10 Gold Eagle can be had for 321 at Summit Metals. And let's move on to this. A 1/10 Maple is 317, and you guys bought out bullion.com on these 1/10 random maples. They were 295 or so, something like that. They took the 10 coin requirement off, and people bought them out. Okay, so that is gone. Quarter ounce Gold Eagle this morning, 759 at Summit Metals. Half ounce Gold Eagle this morning is 1445 at Summit Metals. If you're looking for a random scruffy beat up sovereign gold coin, 725 this morning at Monument Metals, and a lot of the dealers are paying about the same for most gold coins, so you may want to enter at the lowest price point, but there's big advantages to U.S. gold as well. If you're buying U.S. gold, you can pick up a Gold Eagle for $28.96 at Summit Metals. Ouch. And a Buffalo for even more, $29.38 at Summit Metals. The Krugerrand, which is usually the cheapest of your sovereign gold coins, is $28.73 at bullion exchanges. That is spot, according to them. They say silver is down 31 cents at the moment. The futures market moving in a very different pattern than the Kitco spot market. So keep that in mind. That may, let's see, silver at, I'm sorry, well, I'm looking at silver right here, but gold, they say, is up 580. So gold losing its shine a little bit and silver selling off, according to them, at least in the futures market, which is where they pull their prices from with some other kind of crazy formula. Okay, I'm going to skip the rest of the gold. Let's go to the Platinum Eagle. Platinum getting very close to $1,000. Often when we hit 1,000, we turn around. It's probably a good barometer for, when to sell if you are doing short-term selling. 1178 for a platinum BU gold silver no, a platinum BU Eagle, which is a collector coin. The U.S. Mint doesn't make them anymore. If you just want a random platinum coin, you can get those for $1,069 at SD Bullion, and you probably get something nice. Let's look at Silver Eagles. Okay, we got a Silver Eagle deal at Bullion Exchanges, $35.23, which is $3 over spot for random date BU Silver Eagles. And over at Walmart, right around $35.50, I think, something like that. If you use your 3% credit card, maybe you get that in the 34s, okay? But don't let them charge you sales tax. They will try. And when I say that, I mean for those of you that live in complicated sales tax rule states, they may charge you sales tax even though you exceed the limit, and others have to pay sales tax on all amounts. Then you pay sales tax if you have to, and you may not want to buy there. You may want to check out other places where they don't charge sales tax. You can email me if you want to know what those are. Moving on here and the stories. I did show you the bullion exchanges sell prices yesterday, and someone pointed out, and I did not research this until yesterday, but these guys will not provide you a insured shipping label. Oh man, that is a really bummer, because they could if they wanted to. These big companies buy private insurance on their labels. Now, you and I can't get insurance from UPS or FedEx unless we're a jewelry dealer or something. USPS does not offer insurance on gold and silver. It is an exclusion unless you send registered mail. Okay, so that's what I have to say about that. So if you're going to sell to bullion exchanges, ship it USPS registered mail, and it'll definitely get there, but you'll pay a little more to do that. They also have a $25 fee, but their prices, some of their prices were surprisingly okay compared to JM Bullion, who is not paying much for silver at all. Let's look at a silver maple this morning, and are they out of stock? Are they going out of existence? I doubt that. 34.41 over at Summit Metals. If you're looking for a kangaroo, those are 34.93 at Hero, best price I can find. A Britannia, 33.88, good deal on a Britannia. 33.88 is just like a couple bucks over spot for a BU Britannia. Very nice from Summit Metals. Is this deal still up? The two Britannias at spot? Yeah, you get two Britannias at spot. They're going to have a little old rooster privy on them, which is somewhere on here. I don't know where you'll find it. Maybe we'll find it on the back. No? I don't know where the heck that rooster privy is. Anyway, pick that up if you want and round up your card over 200 to get free shipping. A Krugerrand can be had for $34.68, a little pricey on the Krugerrand over at Monument Metals, and a Philharmonic, which has been a great deal on eBay. We'll get there in a minute. $34.09 if you're buying those this morning from Bullion Exchanges. The Silver Libertads, the 1 ounce, are now $37.82 at SD Bullion for random date. I don't know what you'll get. The 5 ounce 2024s, I think these are. 5 ounce 2024 is now $192, selling for much higher on eBay. That was a good buy if you made that along with me a few days ago. And they got as cheap as $180 not that long ago. Over on Costco, this is really, prices are high, and Costco is raising their price. Eagles are $36 a coin. You're going to get out the door in the high 34s with a 4% rebate. Why buy them there and use up all your Costco points? We got Buffaloes going for 34. You'd be out the door under 33. That's a pretty good deal on the Pamp Buffaloes. And then you have generic bars at $28.79, about $27.79 out the door with a 4% rebate. I'll be right back. All right, moving on. Let's see. What do we got? Junk in the trunk. Junk is getting kind of pricey here. I recommend you use the 3 coin dealers on YouTube that I recommend to pick up junk. But today they're $1.49 over spot at 24 times face. And maybe they'll throw you a couple of mercs in with those dimes. A larger lot is about 50 cents less. And here's a pure merc lot for 24.20, 24.30, 24.25, something like that. If you're buying Mercs this morning, paying up for those, which if junk ever runs, the Mercs will gather a bigger premium than the quarters. Okay, what else we got? We can get Buffaloes in a quantity of 20 over at Pinehurst for 32.89, which they say is about 60 cents over spot if you're just looking for silver rounds. A silver bar this morning, random bar, secondary market, can be had for 34.31 over at Monument Metals. Remember, the bars carry a little tiny bit higher premium than the rounds when you go to sell them. You can get a kilo for 1,067 at Bold. That's a random kilo. Let's check eBay and see what things are selling for. Okay, we got Silver Eagles and a tube of 20. How about the culls? Where are the culls? Okay, 35 bucks, 34 out the door for culls, and 35 bucks for, who is this? Let's see, he's got a bunch of them, zero feedback. Okay, don't do that. 719 for BGASC. And are these BU? He does not have BU in the title. When will they ever learn? I don't know. If you do this for a living, do it well, guys. I don't know. I'm going to assume those are BU, but they have not put it anywhere in the listing. Ask them before you buy it. 36 a coin, about 35 out the door for Eagles on eBay. Not good enough. Let's keep going. How about a large lot of 100? And here you can get those for 35.58, 34.50 out the door, and that is same seller. Just not sure if they're, so 34.50 would be a couple bucks over spot, and that is not bad, but do make sure they're BU. I don't know, I don't like it when that's not in the title. Okay, Tuba Maples they're not out of existence. They are going for 884 for a tube of 25, or they're going, Britannias are going for 880 for a tube of 25. Kangaroos are going for 869. Okay, that's probably going to be our best price on Sovereign Silver. Krugerrands are going for 882. Ignore Mr. 800 here. So what did I say? 862. Doing the math, 862 divided by 25 is going to be 34.48 times 0.97. If you have one of the two credit cards, I recommend. Links on my website. 33.44 is going to put you about $1.50 over spot this morning for whatever was the cheapest there. I don't recall offhand. Okay, let's keep going. And Philharmonics have been the best deal lately. 33.30, 32. Is that real? That's out of stock. Yeah, they did it to me again. 709. Oh boy. 35.50. No, 35. About 34 out the door for Philharmonics. So whatever that was, the Kangaroos or whatever those were above were the better deal than the Philharmonics and better than the dealers. Junk in the trunk this morning is going to be for $10 face. Is going to be 236, 23.6, about 23 times face out the door, beating the dealers handily. Is he going to charge shipping? Okay, so 24.1 puts you at about 23.5 out the door. He's got some Benjis in there, got some Walkers. He's a good seller, 100% feedback. Yeah, you can buy those today if you're buying junk. The melt for junk right now is, let's just say spot is 32 times 0.715. Melt for junk is 22.88, so you'd pay about 33.50 for this. Okay, so if you're buying junk, if you believe in junk, bigger lot will be a little cheaper, Mercs will be a lot more. Carson Cities and Peace Dollars, yes, I do like them, but I'm not going to do those this morning. Libertads are selling for, now look at this, guys. You could have bought this the other day for $9.20. Okay, he was $9.50, the Texas P&M dealer, and he was taking offers of $9.20. Today they're $1,061 for 2024 Libertads. Oh baby. Let's try to see what the 5 ounce are selling for. Oh boy, I think we made some money on the libs, guys. 5, those are the 23s. Huh. Okay, I'm not going to dwell on that, but yeah, Libertads are looking good, especially with the trade wars and whatnot. Okay. Oh, here's a 5 ounce lib. I have a listing for that. Look at this. Oh, you can get this for 189. Oh no, that's a set. 5 ounce Libertads. We got to keep paging up. Here it is. 209 for the 5 ounce lib, and those were. Well, they were 185, 180 on the dealers not that long ago. But 209, if you still wanted to buy this, would be about 200 out the door. But anyway, I think that ship has sailed. 100 cheapest kilo is 1040 or best offer, and that is $12 shipping. Would be zero feedback, so we can't do that. 1088, about 1050 out the door for an RMC kilo. 1050 divided by 1050 divided by 32. Let's see, 3280. That's gonna be around spot on that kilo. And he will not take a best offer. So kilo's around spot this morning. And vintage bar of the day. This is an auction actually, and you can bid on this if you want. $329 for the AGS, which stands for American Gold and Silver. I suspect this is minted in the 70s, late 70s, well, early 80s possibly. Look at that chunk. Isn't that pretty? And look at the top of that. So this is very interesting. They stamped the bottom. And the top, you get the pour lines on the top from pouring. I don't think molds ever have a divot on the bottom. And that is a numbered bar and a very nice AGS bar. I really like the dimensions of that. That's very, very cool. That'll go for well more than $329. So bid on that if you want it. A kilo Kookaburra, which we were buying under $1,000 not that long ago. Now $11.40, about $1,100 out the door. And let's go to 1 ounce rounds. $33.77, $32.77 for 101 ounce rounds out the door. If you have a 3% rebate credit card, a little more for a tube of 20. Let's do 100 ounce bars. How cheap can we get those? Not $29.9. So I wonder, you saw this story about USPS stopping Chinese shipments. It's like, oh damn, I'm not going to get my Temu cheese grater or something. But yeah, I guess that's a real deal, and they're having lots of trouble. Everything running through customs, and they're going to be charging customs charges. What a mess. Will they do that to Canada as well? Might be a good time to stop buying from Canada, because you could get hit with a customs charge, and we'll see how that all plays out. Let's see, we have $33.20 for an RMC bar, $32.20 out the door, which will be right around spot for a 100 ounce bar. And I think it was Bullion Exchanges that's paying about $1.50 back for 100 ounce bars. Vermilion is paying $1 back for 100 ounce bars. Okay, let's keep going here. I like the tubes, the BU tubes of Peace Dollars and Morgans. They're just very cool. 1/10 random gold as cheap as $313, $309. I don't know. I'm going to call it $313, then take about $10 off. Random quarter ounce gold on eBay as cheap as trying to get to a real deal here. Let's see, varied condition $757, and then you would take $20 off, $737. I think that's the same deal we saw at the dealer. Let's go to quarter ounce gold eagle, probably a little cheaper here on eBay after credit card rebates. $775 minus $20. A half ounce gold Krugerrand can be had for $15.09 minus $45. Half ounce gold maple can be had for $15.21, and then $45 off. It puts you at about $14.80, something like that on a half ounce maple. Let's get on to 1 ounce gold eagle. 1 ounce gold eagle can be had for $29. Ooh, what's this? In the slab, out of stock. This tickler stuff that JM Bullion does is so annoying. $29.41 for a gold eagle, and then you would get $90 off. You'd be at about $28.50 What is that? That's around. Oh, that's out of stock as well. I'm sorry, that was too cheap. 29.87, about 2,900 out the door for a gold eagle. Let's check the buffaloes. The bigger the gold gets, usually the more you save on eBay. A gold buffalo 29.25. Is that a real listing? JM Bullion. God, I hate you guys. Okay, 29.98. Here's an early release. Good seller, high feedback, $6 shipping. Look at that. Oh, you get a Buffy in the slab. Ah, nothing to fear there. Oh, that's very, very nice. Let's do the look. He'll take a best offer. Ooh, I love it when they'll take a best offer. So 29.90. Then you would probably get that at about 2,900 out the door, and he will take a best offer. Maybe you get it for 28.70, huh? Let's fantasize we get that for 28.70. And what are the Buffies going for? 28.70 versus 29.34. Oh man, you can save some money on a buffalo this morning. And Costco wasn't that cheap on the buffaloes. Okay, so the bigger the gold, the more you're going to save on eBay with those credit cards I recommend. And here's some stuff in my eBay store. Ask me for a friend, discount bars I pour, and other things you may need. Let's move on to the cards. Amex card, great card. Grab it, man. Get 3% off. You use that 3% by checking out through PayPal. Default to the Amex card. And here's a PayPal credit card for people with not so good credit, and you'll get 3% cash back on everything when you check out through PayPal. All right, the picks of the day I'm going to skip this morning. Well, maybe we will check the Black Flag. Can they sell 15,000? Nope. And they're up a little bit. They're $42 this morning. That's a Stack-a-Lecker flipper coin. What's going on with the Odin bars? I said these would be hot, and they are still for sale. They're $5 more than they used to be. I had an unboxing of the 1 ounce bar recently, so those are just going to be hot bars. And the 10 ounce, I think they were over at JM Bullion. How about the chiclets? Remember we were buying these so damn cheap? Oh, that's the 10 ounce for $3.48 over at Hero Bullion. Anything else here what's Kazoo charging for these Lion bars these days? I haven't been to Kazoo in a long time. 33.50 is the price on those. 335 for a 10 ounce Kazoo bar. They take PayPal. Anyway, not a bad outfit. I haven't really seen a good deal from them in a while. I heard that the Warrior series was sold out. Bar nobody wanted. Yeah, they're out of stock finally. All unavailable. I'll have to see those pop up on eBay before I get excited about that. I guess they just weren't nice enough for people to really like. Let's see. Engelhard bars. I haven't checked that listing for a long time. 346 for random Engelhards this morning, paying up a little bit for the Engelhards. The 10 ounce chunky bar at Scottsdale is 343. Those are very neat bars. I have several of those, but just a little pricey at 343. And nickels, I like nickels. Okay, the 3 coin shops. I have to correct what I said yesterday about Vermilion. I said he was charging $275 over spot for backdate random silver eagles, BU eagles, and actually I must have been looking at an old social post. He is only $250 over spot for silver eagles, and all 3 of these dealers, you will like their eagle prices and their junk prices and their generic prices. So go ahead and grab whatever you need. All right, Ann Bolden is a sponsor of my website. Do appreciate you subscribing to that wonderful financial website. They have a free trial. Check it out. You'll like it. Thank you for the cups of coffee. And welcome new members. Okay, let's get over to new members and welcome the new people. All right, here we are on the member tab, and I want to welcome Chris Stegermain, Aaron Gottschalk, and April Christensen, also Brent Gobin, and recently Brian Kelly. Going back a little bit, we have Keith, Tex, CG, Sam Cope, Yuchen. Oh, it's doing that thing to me again. It's doing that thing where it likes to jump around. Okay, well, let me go from the bottom up. Maybe that'll work. Kelly, Tucktown Stacker. Now it just wants to jump around on me. Well, I don't know why I can't do this, but I just want to welcome all the new people. Thank you for coming. Thank you for subscribing. Don't forget to subscribe to the website as well, bestsilvergolddeals.com. It's all totally free. And thank you for you guys joining the inner circle. And if you did want one of those bars, you really got to contact me. They're selling. So yeah, if you said you wanted one of my new bars, you have to email me at losinglouis@yahoo.com, or it's going to go to somebody else. But I do appreciate every single member, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to sign out for now, well, maybe I'll check Kitco. Let's do that. There's Kitco, and we have, what's up in the market? Let me refresh. Okay, where are you? Oh, gold back up $19. They could not beat it down. And silver up 15 cents. Yeah, I think we're going to run to 34. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe something will happen. But there's just too much going on in the world, too much change, and people getting nervous about the world, and certainly pushing gold up. Gold always pulls silver with it, and you saw the 10-year and the U.S. dollar were down today. That's good stuff for gold and silver. The question is, have you been buying? Were you buying in the 29s? Were you buying when it was 30? Were you buying when it was 31? Here we are at 32, and silver is running away, and gold is just nutty at 28.62. I understand if you're sitting this one out, but hopefully you already did some buying before this. That's why we buy the dips. If you're not buying on the way down, when are you buying? Okay, guys, I will see you later. Louis out.